Sorry, I put it on backwards at first. Okay, as long as my tablet doesn't fall, this will go well. The girl who was supposed to die. Take her out back and finish her off. Oh, scary. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know where she is. Or why. All she knows when she comes into a ransacked cabin is that two men are arguing over whether or not to kill her. And that she must run. Oh my gosh, so scary. Okay, really good book. I love it. I recommend it a lot. New York Times bestselling author April Henry made this. And caption: keep one step ahead of the killers, and above all, stay alive. Man, I love this book. Suspense, mystery, action. There are... Get back in your room right now.
No. Go back off.
So, there are 213 pages. Sorry. Okay, 213 pages. 41 chapters, ending with 3 months later as the chapter. 2 days. She finishes her whole story in 2 days. Or at least, so it says. So, this girl wakes up in a ransacked cabin, and there is 2 guys arguing over whether or not to kill her. Like, okay, so, first one is, she decides not to get up all the way because she's hearing these voices. So she's just listening. She opens her eyes halfway, and she sees a man in oxblood shoes, or what she calls oxblood, which is brownish red. She assumes it's called oxblood, so anyway. Sorry, really hard to remember right now. Okay, so they're arguing. One of them doesn't want to kill her. His name is Michael Brenner, and as he's dragging her out into the woods to kill her, she's wondering what should she do. And then she uses some random karate moves on him, and she doesn't know how she did it because she doesn't know who she is at all, but it just randomly happens. And then she disabled him, and she thought he was about to die, and so she took his wallet, his information, and his cell phone, and his car keys, and 1 minute. Man, I hate descriptions. Okay. Anyway. Where was I? Oh yeah, okay. So she takes all his stuff, then she finds a jacket inside the cabin, and she finds a mirror, and she doesn't know it's a mirror because she doesn't know what she looks like. And she's pointing a gun, and she screams, and she realizes it's just her, realizes that, and so she looks at herself. She has a busted lip, and 2 of her fingernails are missing. Spooky. And she finds 2 pink fingernails and some pliers on a table and some rope. Yeah. And the other guy had already left for somewhere, I'm not sure where. So she steals the car, drives all the way to this place called Newberry Ranch, finds a cop who only turned out to be a security cop, not a regular cop, and he gets a call from the guy in the oxblood shoes. She doesn't know who it is, and he says he's from Sagebrush Mental Hospital. And so the cop named Officer Dillo he said that he was worried about being followed, and he locked her in the back of his car, and he was waiting until the guy from Sagebrush arrived. And instead, he told her what had happened on the phone, and so she points Michael Brenner's gun at him, and then she gets rid of it after she tells him to open the door and get inside, and she leaves. She tells him to drop his gun outside of there. She grabs his gun and she runs with the stolen SUV. She goes to a mall. She meets this guy named Ty at McDonald's, and she writes all these questions down on a napkin, like, one second. And so, all those questions on the napkin, she fell asleep while writing them. And the questions are, who am I? Is my name really Katie? Am I crazy? Was the cabin real? Where's my family? Why do people want to kill me? And who pulled out my fingernails? And as she fell asleep, she woke up with the guy named Ty pushing her awake, and he had read her notes, and she asked if she could quickly use the bathroom before he closed, and when she opens the door only slightly, she hears talking, and they're saying, and the men that are talking to Ty are saying, did this girl show up? Have you seen this girl? She's from Sagebrush. La-di-la. Okay. And, sorry. Okay. So, one second. So when she hears footsteps coming towards the bathroom door, she has her gun ready, and Ty opens the door, and her gun is pointing at him. So he was freaked out, and they had cleared everything up. He hadn't told them about it, but he was thinking of whether or not to. And then she had told him the story, and so he hides her in a trash can to get her to get her in his car safely, a moldy trash can. And so he lets her stay in his apartment with his friend James, who is just likes guys, just like that. And so they clear up the story with him. When he tells Ty, he finally brings a girl home, and he's sleeping on the couch. So they clear up the whole story with him, and then in the morning some guys come who are dressed in suits, and they look like the guys who were trying to get her. And so then Katie and Ty, they are hiding in a closet while James talks to the people, saying he hasn't seen her, and they ask if they can take a look around, and he said he would mind because it's an offense since he likes other guys. I just don't want to say the word. Okay. And then oh my gosh. And so they make Katie look like a guy by cutting her hair like super short, like guy hair short. and dye it black. And she borrows one of Ty's yellow t-shirts and a backpack and pretends that she's 13 and that her name is Nate. And clearly that she's a guy, so that his name is Nate. And so they get coffee, they go online, find out what could be happening to her, find out it's this thing called fuse, where something so bad happens that your memory shuts down and locks all your memories away. Except for what you can do. Just, she doesn't know anything about herself. Some things just automatically happen. And, man, this video is gonna be forever. If I don't, okay. Long story short, she gets her memories back later when she goes to her house with this woman who's pretending to be her aunt named Elizabeth Quinn, and her parents work for a place called Z Biotech, and they're virologists, and people from Z Biotech are trying to use that virus and then have other people buy the vaccine. And instead, her parents finally got the information they needed, but Katie's little brother got the virus and only had a day, and Katie had to get the vaccine from Z Biotech. Then the guy came and he dumped a virus, well, what he thought was a vaccine, but it was really just water in the tube. And so there was a fire, and all those people were safe. Then the people like Michael Brenner, who apparently was alive, and then Elizabeth Tanzer and no. Okay, Kirk, no. They arrest them, and then 3 months later, she's boyfriend and girlfriend with Ty. Oh my gosh. Okay, long story short, that was it. Girl who was supposed to die. Book channel. Okay, I'm hoping you could hear that.